Welcome back to Andres Today, where today you'll be watching a free full reaction of Dexter. So I know I said that I would be editing Dexter this season. That seems to be a lie. It's been like, I overpacked this schedule because the holidays are coming and next week is gonna be very light. But I wanted to be able to put out Dexter twice this week. So that's why you'll be seeing it unedited, but I will try to edit at least a few of them, and then it will always be a full reaction for channel members. Regardless, this episode for me was like 50-50. I enjoyed it in some parts, and other parts I kind of didn't. Some parts that I didn't really enjoy was the whole Angel and Maria storyline. I like the two characters of this show. I really do. I just don't really understand the whole relationship that they were going through, where it came from. Like, they never really showed interest, at least for me. Maybe I missed it in the other seasons, and then all of a sudden this season they were like a thing. And then they seemed like they wrapped up their storyline of them being in a relationship together so they both could be still in the same department. But then I'm just like, well, why did we even go there? What was the discovery? What was the reason, the rhyme, and everything else in between of even discovering this whole Maria and Angel plot, their relationship? There was no real impact of the show thus far with their relationship being what it was. Other than the show wanted to have some type of romantic thing in it, but for me, I didn't really care. We also have Quinn and that news reporter lady, another weird relationship, but this one I kind of understand a little bit if we gave more storyline to the news reporter, because right now she's just kind of in and out, just being a nagging a person, and she gets what she wants by sleeping with Quinn, and then Quinn ends up just telling her things, kind of. So that's another storyline. I'm like, either do something with it or just like kind of leave it alone. They could have left it alone like either 2 episodes ago when Quinn realized that she was sleeping with him just to get information. He could have deaded it and then we could have moved on from there. But she's still around in her bra talking about stories that she needs. Like, girl, you're not Lois and this isn't Clark, and I need you just to like go away or do something impactful. Those were the things I didn't like. There was also a little bit of irritation with the character of Deb, but I enjoyed her because you guys know I love Deb. So Deb in this episode was very emotional, but she's been that way since season 1 of this show. She lets emotions drive her and make her decisions for her. So I understood, but it still kind of bothered me a little bit, but I understood it and I was here for it. Rita. Rita in this episode, I don't know if it's because I was overly exhausted and I took a nap before I watched this show. Rita was so irritating in this episode, guys. All the other episodes when I'm like, oh my God, she's irritating, but I would laugh because she was irritating but enjoyable. In this episode, she was not enjoyable. In some parts, she was hilarious. But overall, what I took from it was that I was so irritated by this character, I cannot even explain to you. Now, I do know that there were some people that wrote in the last reaction saying that they would want or maybe it was a couple of reactions ago, that they said they would want their significant other to tell them about an apartment or this, that, and the third if they never like gave it away or whatever. His sister just got shot. Like, at the end of the day, I shouldn't be making excuses for the man. The man is a killer. Like, he legit is a killer in the show. He kills people. Although he's killing people that kill people, he's still a killer. But I'm gonna make an excuse for him just this one time. So, his sister got shot. And I feel like in a real relationship, like, if you're still like everything that Dex is going through, and she mentioned in this episode about Dex's mother being killed in front of him. So you know a lot about what's going on with Dex, but you're so harpooned on this apartment. Like, maybe it's just because of me. I'm laid back, and if my significant other decided like they did, I would be upset because I'd be like, why aren't you telling me things? Why are you hiding things? But I would also take an account about his sister being shot, and also, I don't don't know. Maybe because I'm a little bit laid back, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, sorry, I wouldn't care. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. I wouldn't care as much as Rita cares. Like, she is going in, like, getting a therapist. Like, she's going in. And if you really, like, watch her in this episode, you remember that she was married multiple times. And it never worked out. So it didn't work out possibly because the men in her life were also bad people, because the last one wasn't that great. But also, she's really, annoying. She is annoying. Nails to a chalkboard annoying. I'm talking about, like, I didn't bring my rain boots and it started thundering and lightning and downpouring, and I have to walk through a puddle to get from one end to the other, and I only got my mesh sneakers on. That's how annoying this lady is. She's dreadful. Like, she's so annoying. Like, you ever make pancakes and you're so excited, you make the pancakes, you put it on your plate, you sit down, you go into the refrigerator to get the syrup and realize you ran out of it a hot toddy minute ago, and now you gotta eat dry pancakes. Literally, that's what she gives me, and I, like, in this episode, and I really was about to, like, lose my shit. So, but what saved it for me was the Dex and the villain of this season. Their storyline is very, very interesting. I love following Dex. I love following this villain. The villain's a very complex character, and we're getting more into depth with this character, and that's what I'm loving. I'm loving learning about this character. I'm like, what is wrong with this man? All the 3 murders that he commits is also, like, family members that he's lost. So you're just like, why is he doing this though? Why is he killing people the way that his family members got killed? And also some of the things he says when he's killing people, you made me do this, etc., etc. Like, we're still waiting for that tie-in, but we're here and we are patiently waiting because it is effing amazing. Dex getting closer and closer. Their first interaction was also epic. Seeing Dex pick up that urn and then him snapping the way he did, and we've seen that he never really went back to how he was, cool, calm, and collected. After the whole urn situation, he seems very tense. So it seems like he's going to be still tense. He's going to break that pattern that he had about just doing 3 murders and then coming back how many years later and doing it again. I think he's going to continuously start killing people, and that is going to be a sight to see, darling. But overall, like, I gave this episode an 8. I explained more in depth. I don't know how much more in depth you want me to explain, because I explained in this intro. I should have kept this short, cute, and moved on, because that outro, I tell you everything all over again. But overall, I enjoyed this episode for what it was. I gave it an 8. I did enjoy the last episodes a little bit more, but we are here and I am living. I still enjoyed the show overall, but I just wish we took out a few things. But maybe moving forward in the next episode, now that we've gotten over a couple of hurdles, maybe we won't have to revisit it. And I hope and pray we do not. So now that I gave my opinion, guys, the link to the full reaction is obviously down below in the comment section. Please like and share this video because I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We are almost there and I need a little bit of help. So please help me along by sharing, liking, and doing what you can. Okay? And I will see you all next time with more Dexter.